So to my Ghanaian brothers, to my Ghanaian youth that has taken it upon themselves now to defend and speak against South Africans. Now, this you see here was just today in your country, Ghana. In my country, Ghana. This you are witnessing here was just this morning. This morning, today, being on the 23rd of April 2026. This is happening here in Ghana. Now, as you can see, this you see here, it's been done by, I can boldly tell you, 50% locals and 50% foreigners in Ghana. The trucks you are seeing here, these are all foreigners. You are going to see where you see a man putting a bag right on the street. These are all foreigners. Some of them are Ghanaians and some of them are foreigners. And the Ghanaians are not ready to accept that this you are seeing here is wrong. So let's stop and let's also advocate for the foreigners to stop doing this in our country. You are quiet and you are accepting this nonsense because of African unity. The pavement which the people are supposed to walk on has already been occupied by foreigners and locals. Now they are coming on the street in 2026. This is in Accra today. The street where cars are supposed to pass is where now you have people putting items on the streets to sell. And you are all quiet. The youth are quiet. The leaders are quiet. Everybody is quiet watching this happening. And when you see people fighting for the betterment of their country, you sit in your abode, you sit in your room, you pick up your mobile phones and you want to defend and insult them. If you guys are not ready to fix your country, you just keep quiet and allow others fix their country. That is all I have for all of you. If you guys are not ready to come together, let's all go out there and fix this mess. Put your hand here and shut up. Guys, before I say anything, listen to this.
My fellow Ghanaians, they are warning us to go. It's time to go home. So please, let's go home and fix our country.
Thank you.
So, I want to say a very big thank you to the people of South Africa. I want to say a very big thank you to the group of South Africans that had this encounter with our Ghanaian brother in South Africa. What happened there? There are people that have taken a short clip of what really transpired there, trying to push a narrative. But guys, listen, to some of us, we are very grateful and thankful to the people who had whatever that transpired there with the Ghanaian in South Africa. Now, let me break this down to you. This very Ghanaian gentleman you see here, which is our own Ghanaian brother, went all the way from Ghana to South Africa for a visit. Now, according to the laws, if a country or if a continent has to work effectively, everybody has to abide by rules and laws in the country. The problem we have in Africa today is some people are living in a dream instead of living in the reality of Africa. You get people like Wadimaya living in the dream of let's have a united Africa, one border, one currency, one one girlfriend, one whatsoever. This is a dream which they wish will come true for Africa. But what is the reality in Africa now? The reality in Africa now is not one border, it's not one currency, it's not one girlfriend and one whatever. The reality currently in Africa is that there are rules and laws in every country. And as a citizen, if you are moving from your country to another country, you should be ready to make sure you abide by the rules, abide by the laws of that very country. Don't go to that country and then you have the African dream in your heads that, oh, we are all black people and then one currency, one border, one whatsoever. So you'll be flaunting the laws of those countries, thinking because you are all black people, you feel the dream of one border and one currency and one soever should manifest, and because of that, you will be going against the law, and when they come after you, you will start screaming that they are being xenophobic or they don't like you. Now, this very Ghanaian brother of ours went all the way from Ghana to South Africa for tourism. If you watch the full video, which I will post on my YouTube channel, you're going to see everything that transpired there. He went to South Africa as a tourism. When he got to the airport in South Africa, the immigration of South Africa, they didn't reject him from visiting South Africa. Now, the immigration of South Africa, at that point, they have the right to say that, my brother, we don't really trust you coming into the country, or we don't really trust you're coming into the country, so you are going back to Ghana, your country. But they respected him as a fellow black person who is coming to South Africa to visit South Africa for a space of 90 or 30 days. Now, you came into South Africa as a visitor. You came to South Africa to do nails. According to the guy, he came to South Africa to do nails. He works in a salon. Let's be realistic. Why would a Ghanaian move all the way from Ghana to South Africa to go and do a salon business or to go and do a nail business? Now, you ask yourself, is it that Ghanaians cannot do salon business and nail business in Ghana? Ghanaians can. But what do we see in Ghana today? The salon and the nail business, which by law is supposed to be done by Ghanaians only in Ghana. As we speak now, 90% of people that are non-Ghanaians, which by the laws of Ghana are not supposed to run salon businesses in Ghana or to run nail shops in Ghana, what do you see all over Ghana? They've taken all over those jobs in Ghana, and they are doing it in the name of we are all Pan-African people, we are all one people, we are all one black people. Now you, the Ghanaian, that is supposed to grab those opportunities, that is supposed to do your nails and your hair shop and your barbering shop or whatsoever in Ghana, because you have foreigners taking over those jobs, which by the laws of Ghana, they are not supposed to. You have no option now than to buy a ticket to South Africa as a tourist. You tell the South African immigration that you are going there for 30 days visit and you come back to Ghana. After the 30 days, you decide not to come back to Ghana as allowed by the South African immigration. You now do fraudulent stamps into your passport. You go to Eswatini, you stamp out, you come back to South Africa, you stamp in. You have corrupt South African officials where you pay money to stamp to validate your stay in South Africa, and you are running the saloon business, which by your rights you are supposed to do in Ghana. You've run away and left it for foreigners in Ghana, and then you are going to South Africa thinking the South Africans, they will keep quiet and allow you do it there, because in your country, Ghana, what is your right? You've sat down for foreigners to take over. It doesn't work that way, my brother. Listen, me I don't support nonsense. The reality in Africa today is every country has laws. When you go to South Africa as a tourist, make sure you abide by the laws of the immigration. At the airport, the immigration gave you 30 days. Once your 30 days is over, make sure you start packing your bags and then sit in your return flight and come back to Ghana. But you don't leave Ghana, you go to South Africa in the name of tourism, you book your return trip into South Africa and out of South Africa. You get to the immigration also seeing you as a fellow black person coming to visit South Africa. They stamp your passport and give you 30 days. The 30 days is over. Instead of you to go to the airport, sit in your return flight and come back home as allowed and as told by yourself to the immigration, you don't come back. You go and set up a nail or a saloon in South Africa, forging fake documents to live in South Africa, and you expect the citizens of the country to keep quiet and watch you. It doesn't work that way, please. Let's move away from the dream which some people like Wadimaya are pushing in the heads of Africans. The dream that people feel African unity should be one passport, borderless, what. My brother, you cannot push a narrative to everybody in Africa. Let's face the reality. The reality in Africa now is that in Ghana, some businesses are meant for Ghanaians only, and that is how it should be. The reality in Africa now is that you don't go to South Africa as a black person who is not a South African and go and be doing fake documents, staying there for 4 years, 5 years, thinking you are a black, and then you want to be there and they shouldn't say anything or talk about it because your country helped them during apartheid. See, I don't want to go deeper in this issue. South Africans, God bless you guys so much. Any Ghanaian there living illegally, tell them to come. The salon businesses they are doing there, they've allowed, I don't want to mention names of countries, they've taken over the rights of Ghanaians here, and the Ghanaians are running, you are not going to any country, South Africa. You see, the day some of us Ghanaians, some of us, will stop behaving foolishly and nonsensical, That is the day we are going to see liberation as Ghanaian people. Now, I've seen some of you in my DM, in my messages, in my comment section regarding to my comments on the issue that happened to the Ghanaian in South Africa. And I don't know what you guys wanted me to do. You wanted me to do what? Defend the Ghanaian guy? Now, I'm going to play this video to you guys. And I'll tell you the reason why I say some of us Ghanaians will behave like we don't have this thing up here. This video I'm about to play is something which is happening in Ghana today, right now as we speak. In Okanshi market, our mothers that have been in the market selling for so many years, as we speak now, they are being harassed, they are being bullied, they are being beaten by a Nigerian nationals. According to our mothers, the spaces where they've been selling for so many years, all of a sudden, a Nigerian national has come to purchase the shops and the space where they've been selling and has renovated the shops. And now, according to them, the Nigerian national is saying our mothers should leave the market spaces. They doesn't want to see them selling there. And he's sending tax and langas to come and beat our Ghanaian mothers in the markets. And you are quiet as Ghanaian people. This one, you will not hear them talking about it. You won't hear what the mother talking about it. You won't hear all those nonsense Pan-African people talking about this. But in South Africa, where the South African people that are tired of their home affairs stop a Ghanaian to check the document of a Ghanaian, you are all speaking on that issue rather, attacking the South Africans instead of fighting for your mothers that have been beaten in the market. Listen to your own fellow Ghanaian mothers.
It's any baby I feel language for the language for Baha. Mind the language for Babuya. Or Sakatra say, into the language for Abba Babuya Nana. And you say Busan says, what not Suma language for the Mabuyana, and what's it they want Suma language for? Not in the from so munai. Next language for Buno Baboyano. One movie. We are Solia or Sabama language for Nasa Babuya. The Shay Jawa. The Shay Jawana, I check Yatana died so many years. And Sana, ye dying, ye bu dying. I'm a dying, ye boy, I'm a yes, yet here. Ye be at payment, so payment is no. I like to know the Pamoyan. I'm yet at Nagota, or see what we are. Let's have payment and so. The year I saw a man payment and so what I saw a Satan as well. And also a Sapa, my see in your fuel. Now, let's show be a call me 3 times. Will be no, I'm not some back of catcher. Oh, Pamoyan. The idea be Pia, how many minutes, the idea be Pia, baby, your Toma dear, our crowd can't and a dear be Pia. Na Nigeria niala telling nefi ni kuro no abesi dan asi ho e dan ye tena ho no nyina na ye store dan e no abeto no wabu no asi ne foforo na ya tena ho acheli yi ankasa yenka bi nhye so wotu ye yenka bi nhye me ho akwafa langard fo aba se omo mepam ye amo ma be bro ye o ma be bro ye nya bro ketu akola yenso ye tu ye ne entu obia Yenni sika deji store almost 20 billion yenya emu betam kula yenya maye mam pedi do mahama yesraw yeni baby akọ ye pa cho baby ayetia no abanya yenso mfaso kwa stores ye twa ticket ho ye twa lances ho ye twa bola ho ye bibia bi ho abanya de bi ode bebe bi ho ye bi ye ntwa abanya no nsifom eti ye sraban ye hu ye mobo yeni baby akọ